We can perceive the experience, but not the experiencer. Peace to you and you and you and all my fellow expressions of consciousness. You are saying you want to kill yourself, to end your life. You don't see any reason to live anymore. I'm here to tell you, to help you see that you are incorrect in believing that you are the thinker of those thoughts. Thought is known. Thought does not know. So what knows the thought? What is thought known to? The thoughts, I want to kill myself. What are these thoughts known to? They cannot be known to another thought. For of course we only have one thought at a time. One image at a time. The image can be of many words, but it is one image, thus one thought. What is the image existing within? I want to kill myself. What part of you is confirming those words have arisen? Can you find the awareness to which those words are known to? Because before you think about killing yourself, you have to know what yourself is. Simple logic. I say this with love and respect, because we overlook that which we are and always have been and always will be, for there is only that. Can you find the awareness with which you are using to experience life? You say, I don't enjoy life anymore. What is aware of those thoughts? I don't enjoy life anymore. What is aware of the statement? What is experiencing mind? What is experiencing? Full stop. What is that? Thoughts are experienced. Feelings, the body is experienced. The idea of soul, spirit is experienced. Even energy is experienced. The world is experienced. People, animals, bricks and stones and fire are experienced. So what is experiencing? How can you think about ending your life when you do not know what you are yet? You cannot be the body because you experience the body. You cannot be thoughts because you experience thought or mind. You cannot be the story that plays out in your mind because you experience those thoughts, those memories, that story. This happened, that happened. You're experiencing those memories, those thoughts. So you cannot be the memory. You cannot be 5 years ago. On any simple level, you can see you cannot be 5 years ago because there is only now. Past is a thought. Future is a thought. In the now. Yet they are experienced by what? I ask you again, what are you? Before you think about ending your life, what are you? What are you? You cannot be mind that is experienced. What are you? You cannot be the body that is experienced. What are you? You can look for as long as you like. Eventually you will come to the understanding that there is nothing, no thing there when you search. Because the mind will try to look, okay, so what is aware of this looking? What is aware of these images? But of course the mind cannot find it, because the mind is the image. Known to that which I'm trying to point you to. We have all overlooked it most of our lives, but some of us have experienced the truth that we have never ever been the personhood, the personality, the persona, the mind, the body. Not essentially. But the essential nature of us has never ever suffered. If you think otherwise, I ask you again, what is mind known to? What is thought known to? What is the body known to? For these are all experienced. So what is experiencing these objects? I say with love and respect. Once again, you will not find it. Eventually you will come to the understanding that they are appearing to a space-like awareness. Space-like as it is no thing. Yet you must be that no thing, for all experiences are known to it. Now this no thing, this awareness with which experience is known to, this awareness could not be found when you try to find it. Thus it has no form. That which has no form is by definition formless. That which is formless cannot experience pain. That which is formless has no past, has no future, has no now. There is no time with that which is formless. That which is formless cannot die. That which is formless cannot be killed. That which is formless cannot be formed. That which is formless is completely at peace. There are no moving parts to it, so to speak. It is formless. Just as the space around you right now cannot be attacked. Try to hit the space around you. Do you really feel like you are doing anything to the space around you? When you walk through the space in front of you, do you feel like you are displacing space? No, of course you don't, because it is no thing. There's no form of the space for you to even perceive that you have displaced it. There is just that space. That same space that connects all experiences, yet is not affected by the experiences, by the manifest world. If the planet ended, would the space end with it? Will any reasoning amount to yes? Of course not. You cannot end space. It is formless. It's the same way. You are that pure awareness which is formless. The manifest, meaning the experience, appears within the formless, just as we are, our bodies are within the space. But these thoughts, experiences that are existing within experience, within awareness, cannot affect awareness. Awareness will always be aware that there is something or that there is nothing. And of course it cannot report on no thing, because there is no thing to report on, just as in deep sleep, my friends. The space cannot be affected by things. The pure awareness that you are cannot be affected by life, by mind. Oh, the mind. It's making me crazy. What is aware of that experience? that feeling. That which is aware of, my mind is making me crazy, cannot be crazy itself, for it is coherent enough to allow that experience to happen in its fullness. The essential nature of that which you are is no thing again, thus it can never be confused. It is simply that allowing presence that is actually God. God is formless. Your essential nature is formless. Not the biblical God in religion that is taught incorrectly, with all love and respect. God is that allowing presence, that allowing space-like presence, that allows things to arise, come and apparently go. That unbiased consciousness that links this whole world. If we did not have a single consciousness that we share, we would not agree that we are in the same world. If you're walking with somebody, you wouldn't agree you are walking with them. There is just a single consciousness that manifests in different forms that we call mind, that we call bodies, that we call feelings and thoughts. So how can you, my friend, kill that which is not? How can you manipulate in any way the formless? You see, you are not the person you believe you are that has been suffering. You, my dear ones, have never ever suffered. The essential nature of you has not suffered. When you were a baby, what did you know of suffering? What did you know of happiness? What did you know of love? You knew nothing. All you knew was experiencing. You did not identify with mind. Hence, you cannot remember being a baby. Because you was pure awareness then, as you always have been, but seemingly forgot through attaching to the belief that you are thought. It is like watching a movie and getting so engrossed into the amazing scenes that you lose yourself for a moment and believe you are the character, or you are on that battlefield or whatever the scene is. Like you can feel it, like you're there. Oh, you feel some type of way because you lose yourself. You lose the fact that you are sitting down on a chair, or your body is sitting down on a chair, watching a blank screen. The screen is blank. But of course, within the screen, there are images. But the screen is always just, the screen is just blank. It doesn't change. It just seems to change when we overlook it and instead look at the images. Just as you can look at a pane of glass or look through the glass. This is what I'm trying to point you to. You can look at life and believe you are the person, or you can look through life, through the person. As you go through more and more through life, through mind, you will end up into no thing land, which is a wonderful place where there is no thing. But guess what? You are always there. And in this no thing, there is no problems. If you feel worried that, oh, I don't want to live in a no thing place, don't think that you will have mind in this no thing place to be apprehensive. This no thing place is where you always are. This no thing place is revealed within deep sleep. Everyone enjoys sleeping. Why? Because we become that no thingness. So it's not like being stuck in limbo. No, that's not a nice thought. It's not that. You're not mind floating in space, separate from the all, like limbo. No. You are at complete peace. I'll say it again like that. Peace. Keep going through your mind. How can you go through your mind to realize you are the imperturbable, imperceivable, completely peaceful God consciousness? How to do this is to keep asking yourself with sincerity and answer sincerely. Do I know the nature of that which is aware of experiencing? For that which is the nature of experiencing must be what you are. Because you say and confirm experiencing is happening. Keep telling yourself, I am aware. Am I aware? I am aware. Understand that everything comes secondary to that. You are not thought instantly. Experienced manifestations instantly. You have to be first. One has to be to allow experiencing to happen, to be confirmed to be happening. You have to be in the car to say you are driving the car first. So if you are just awareness primarily, that which comes secondary, aka thought, feeling, sensation, perceptions, cannot be what you essentially are. Cannot. Impossible. You are simply God observing experiences. As I am, you are. The essential nature of I is the essential nature of your I, and his I and her I. We all share the same I, no matter what form, aka language, it's spoken in. That I represents the signature of God. It is the only way we can, as mind, confirm we exist. It's the only way. Is to have that sense, I. Everything else is secondary. And not happening to the essential I. It's fine to have feelings, to experience feelings and sensations and thoughts. We all have up and down, so to speak, up and down thoughts. But really a thought is just a thought. It's only a next thought that says the previous thought was a bad thought. It's just a word, it's just an image. It doesn't have to be acted upon. If somebody writes on a piece of paper and then shows you what's said and what said is an action to perform, are you going to do it? Of course not. It's just words on a paper. Same way thoughts are just images within consciousness. Images to be perceived. To help us in this experience we call life. And this, we have to have the ups and the downs. The experience of ups and downs rather. If we did not, if we only had ups, there would be no point in existing. Meaning, the true up is the pure consciousness that we are, because nothing is wrong, nothing is right, nothing exists within the pure consciousness. Again, that which is in deep sleep is what I speak of. So if we are just going to sit, so to speak, as pure consciousness without the manifest extension of us, we may as well, it will be impossible to experience anything. You'd be in deep sleep for eternity. In fact, eternity means time. So even the concept of eternity only exists within the manifest world. For there is no eternity for the pure consciousness, for there is no time. It just is and always has been. Yes, that sounds like eternity, but I'm saying from the so-called perspective of that deep sleep, there is no time. Hence, when you wake up in the morning from deep sleep, you have no concept of the time, so to speak, that passed. You have to look at a manifested clock, watch, which is just like a toy, really. It's not really measuring anything. And really, the reason you have no idea of the time that passed is because, as I said, you are outside of all concepts of time when you are in deep sleep. You are safe. You are safe. You are loved because you are love. You are what I am, essentially. I am what you are, essentially. You are not alone. We are together. We are one being that splits itself whenever we wake up from deep sleep to experience otherness, seemingly otherness. But we are always that one same being. Just as many characters on a screen form the same screen, exist within the same screen. You could have a book with many different characters, but the book is one. We have many different characters in the perceived world, including thoughts, minds, all objects. They're all different characters. But the experiencer is one. That I we spoke of earlier. That I that is nothing other than just experiencing. Just I. I am I. I am that which cannot be perceived. So we just call it that. We cannot point to ourselves. We can only point to an experience. We can never point to the experiencer because it is what we are. If I asked you right now to stand up and walk towards yourself, how could you do this? Walk towards yourself. Run towards yourself. How could you do this? You cannot. You are always yourself. You are always here. You are always present. You are always now. Just remember that. Next time thought comes and says something like, I want to kill myself, I'm not happy, I am happy, whatever. Just remember, you are experiencing the thought, but you are not the thought. Life unfolds out of the imperceivableness that you are, out of the imperturbable God consciousness that you are. Just as a mother would have a baby, is that mother the baby? Speaking on a lower level right now, just a straight materialism, worldly view. Is the mother the baby? Of course not. They're individual. Yes, you could say again on this lower level they share the same genes. That's irrelevant. One can also say we all share the same genes if they believe in evolution. Anyway, the mother is not the baby. The baby is not the mother. The baby came out of the mother, yes. But there are two. Even twins are two. So yes, the world can manifest as it does from out of that which you are. Thus is a part of what you are, but is not essentially who you are. You can never be any bad thought, essentially. You can never be mind, essentially. You are always observing. Whether you are observing the world or the no-thing world in deep sleep. There is nowhere to go. When you want that break from life, this is where meditation comes into play. Meditation is our gateless gate into so-called remembering of what we actually are, which is no thing. Meditation should be practiced in such a way that one simply does no thing but bees that is just being present. Thoughts will come, thoughts will go. Always remember that. This is fact. Thoughts will come, thoughts will go. Stay in a meditation understanding that. As I'm doing right now. Be aware of sensations, be aware of feelings, be aware of sounds, that's fine. But what is aware of that? Keep going back to that. Keep telling yourself, I'm aware of all this. I am not it. I am aware of these sounds, these thoughts. I am not it. I am so eternal that I can perceive change. For you have to be constant to perceive change. You perceive changing thoughts. You perceive changing sensations. Thus you are not them. You are the changeless. You have never not been yourself, which is pure, peaceful God consciousness. You have never not been that. You have to be that. Otherwise there will be no existence. Yet there is. Because of the central nature of what you are and the central nature of what I am, which is that God consciousness. Only God consciousness can exist. Think about this. If God is infinite, how can there be infinity plus you? That would make no sense. Infinity cannot have additions, for infinity by definition is infinite. Always was, always is, always will be. In the same way we can say that that means there is no actual creation. For there is infinity. For infinity to create, it again would mean something new has formed. If you believe the other model of the universe is always existed, it's the same. If the universe is infinite, there cannot be infinite universe plus you. Infinity cannot be added upon, built upon, modified. It is infinity. So infinite it cannot be conceptualized completely correctly, because the mind cannot perceive the nature of its infinite self. Which is also a part of the infinity. The apparent forgetting is a part of the infinity. There can only be what is. You are that. That's what I'm pointing to here. For we've already established you are not, if you've been sincerely asking yourself, we've established that you cannot be an experienced form. You must be the experiencer. Meditate simply by just observing thoughts. Don't wish for no thoughts to appear to you. No, this is not a good meditation teaching. Clear your thoughts. Clear your thoughts. Be blank of thoughts. Be derived of thoughts. Monkey thoughts this. Elephant thought that. It doesn't matter. Welcome the thoughts, actually. Meaning, know that you will definitely 100% be aware of thoughts. Thoughts will come 100%. This will set yourself up in the right way. Instead of setting yourself up for failure, trying to meditate and not have any thoughts. That's impossible. There is no doer that can stop a thought. You cannot stop a thought for 1 minute, let alone 30 seconds, let alone 5 minutes, whatever number. For we are not the doer of actions. We perceive actions. Because again, remember, actions are experienced. We perceive actions. We are the space that actions are acting within. Meditate by knowing thoughts will come, but you are not the thought. Welcome the thoughts. The thoughts are not attacking you. Again, how can thought attack space? Like awareness. No thing can affect the formless. Now, of course, essentially, for anyone who is deep into their non-dual understanding, Advaita Vedanta understanding, or have experienced truth, now, of course, essentially, all things are formless. All things are formless, essentially, yes. But it takes apparent time to realize that. But yes, essentially, all things are formless. For the formless cannot create form, it just seems to. Just as you have a dream and it seems like there are forms, it feels like there is solidity, 3D world, then you wake up, cannot find the dream anywhere. It's gone poof. Because it had no form. It just seemed to. It's the same as this waking state. Seems to have solidity. But then you go back into deep sleep. Where is this reality? It disappears because there is no form. It just seems like there is. You could be wearing a 3D virtual reality headset. It will seem like you are in the experience. It really does. I've tried these things myself. Then you take it off and realize, no, that reality was not actually formed. It was formless. The form is created out of formlessness. Formlessness then cannot create form. Space does not create the objects within it, yet space is there before the objects arises, are created, are manifested by people, by nature. Do you think nature can exist before space? Of course not. If there is no space, we would all be stuck together. It's only the illusion of space that makes it seem like there is distance. Just like again in a dream. Dreams are really good ways to help us understand the possibility of these words being true. For in a dream, it seems like there is space again. You are here, a person is there, a house is there, a boat is way over there. Then you wake up and then tell me, where is that space? Where is that dream? It really felt that there was distance, but it was a part of the illusion within that illusion that is called a dream that helped you experience separateness to experience the dream fully. So we need this illusion, this Maya. All the time realize though, you are not the illusion, you are just experiencing it. If I was to caricature the essential God consciousness that you are, the awareness that you are, the consciousness that you are, the source that you are, let's say it's just watching TV. Like this is one big reality TV show called I Believe in Mind. I Believe in Mind. New reality TV show. And guess what? Everybody is within this TV show called I Believe in Mind. So it's amusing from the awareness's point of view that realizes it is not mind and all its thoughts. And guess what? All forms can experience this awakening, as this form has, that you are not mind, I am not mind, there is no mind even, but that's another level. I cannot not try to help another form of myself. I hope these words, these inquiries have helped you in some way. If you did not understand anything or all of it, you can simply press rewind, restart the video. I urge you to, because the answer to should you kill yourself is clearly no. But if it is not clear, guess what? I just gave you a cheat sheet. The answer is in this video. You can see clearly it makes no sense, because you are that God consciousness that cannot be killed. You are completely peaceful. You are completely peaceful naturally. Realize what you are before you confirm that you want to do something to yourself. You have to know what you are first. For when you know what you are, only then can you make a decision. This is normal logic, normal understanding. You have to know what you are first to say, I am going to do something. Which you, with yourself. I am thinking to myself to kill myself. I mean, that sentence alone. I want to kill myself. Who are you? And furthermore, what is observing these thoughts again? If you like this video, please like this video. Comment, share, or subscribe. Peace, my fellow expressions of God consciousness. For that is all there can be. Otherwise, God is not God. Have a wonderful day or evening. Peace.